Stay tuned for Airgun Detectives.
Welcome to a special episode of Airgun Detectives. I'm your host, JC, and our 1911 series continues. And we're going to take the mystery out of the Sig Sauer 1911. This one, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen it before. It's extremely rare, and unfortunately, can't really locate it anymore, but we're going to go over this anyway. But before we get started here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down in the corner. Doesn't cost you anything, it's absolutely free, but it really helps support the channel, and I would greatly appreciate that. Also, if you have an opportunity, check out my website, www.airgundetectives.com. On that site, we have these cool 1911 t-shirts, among others. Figure they go well with our 1911 series here. I've also got some hats and my Generation 2 bipod, so check that out when you have an opportunity. All right, let's get back to this Sig Sauer 1911. That's what it is, Sig Sauer 1911. In fact, let me show you the box this came in. You're going to say, whoa, it's really a simple box if you look at this. All it is Sig Sauer 1911. And right here it says 1911 Tactical Series. So I did a little research on this. I got this years ago. This is not affiliated with Sig Sauer USA whatsoever. So the Sig Air that comes out, this has nothing to do with them. This came out before that. This is distributed by Palco Sports. That's Cybergun, and that's out of France, by the way. And I did some more checking, and it's the KJ Works. They predominantly do the airsoft. This is made in Taiwan. So they took an airsoft and turned it into a BB gun. The question is, how well does it perform? So we're going to find out. Anyway, this gun, it weighs about 2 pounds. I mean, it's really a solid gun. It has a dropout magazine that holds your 12-gram CO2. And it's got your typical type BB magazine. You pull that down, just kind of like the KWC versions. But this is not the KWC. It doesn't take their magazines. It definitely has some different features on it. These have, I'm going to tell you, probably the most amazing grips that I've ever seen on an air pistol. Any type of air gun pistol, that's for sure. They're like a Pacmar. It's a rubber texture. It's a wraparound grip. They're awesome. This gun has the full blowback, by the way. It does feature the 3-dot sights. It's a great sight picture. It does have ambidextrous safety on either side, so you can flip that off on either side, which is great. The gun is completely filled strippable, and not a lot of markings on it. If you notice, it just Sig Sauer 1911. So let's take this out. Let's test the performance, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. All right, so stay tuned for the next segment. All right, let's test our Sig Sauer over the chrono. 5 shots, we'll see how it averages. Man, I really like the grip on this. I can't emphasize that enough. All right, let's just do 5 shots, see how it works out here. Shot number 1, 335. Shot number 2, 315. Shot number 3, 328. Shot number 4, 316. We got one more in us. 306. All of them definitely above 300 feet per second, that's for sure. But anyway, you can check out the average velocity there. Let's move on to the next segment. All right, we got our Sig 1911 here. We're going to test it out for some accuracy. We're going to go ahead and use our 8-inch splatterburst targets. I really like the way they show the impact points. There's no question about where you're hitting. I'll leave you guys a link for those down below. Also, we're just going to shoot some basic 5.1 grain zinc BBs. They're all about the same, 5.1 grain in zinc. I prefer the zinc over the copper. They're not quite as messy. They don't rust if they land in the pool. I mentioned that to you guys before. We're shooting at our usual distance for our CO2 pistols. We're our 10 meters, 32 feet back, whatever you want to call it. But go ahead and take a quick look. Now let's see how well we do. I'm just going to shoot 5 shots. I'm going to aim dead center. Where they land, but we'll just see how well this groups. Just gonna aim dead center. Come on. Yeah, this is one accurate blowback pistol. And again, too bad they quit making it. I'll get into details of this pistol later, but anyway, more details at the end. But wow, it is just a great shooter, that's for sure. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's test our Sig 1911, test the pull weight on it. I can tell you right off the bat, a pretty light trigger, definitely is. So we got our trusty Lyman trigger gauge here. Let's clear that, reset that. Let's see how our pull weight is. Yeah, under 2 pounds. That's 1 pound, 9.6 ounces. Yeah, I knew it was a pretty light trigger. It definitely feels like that. Very controllable, I'm telling you. I hope we can find more of these somewhere. Anyway, let's move on to the next segment. Let's test out our Sig Sauer 1911 for a little accuracy test. This thing was very accurate as far as our actual test with the target. So I figured let's put some small targets up here. We're our usual 10 meters, 32 feet plus, close to 10 yards, somewhere in that area. Anyway, go ahead and take a quick look. Yeah, as you can see, we got quite a few targets set up. I've got like 3 shotgun shells on the top row, some cans, some other little things. Anyway, let's just do our best. We'll start at the bottom, work our way to the top. All right. What the? Let's see if I can get that off the shelf. There we go. Not too shabby. This thing is really accurate for a BB pistol. It really is. This could be my absolute favorite blowback. It really could be. All right, let's move on to the next segment, wrap this up. Okay, let's wrap this up real quick with a brief conclusion. How'd our Sig Sauer 1911 do? Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Only negative I have on this is I wish Cybergun would continue to produce these because they know exactly what they're doing. Again, this is made in Taiwan, the same place that the KWC foundations are, but this is not. This is the KJ Works, which is different. But let's talk about the positives on this because the performance on this was outstanding. These have the best grips of any 1911 blowback that I've seen out of the box, by far. There's nothing even close. It's got the best trigger. Breaks under 2 pounds. Incredible. Had one of the best accuracies for the blowback. And with that, it had the higher velocity. We averaged 320 feet per second. And I have chronoed it before, closer to the 400 feet per second range. Depends on how warm it is outside. And you're getting the full blowback out of this. So you got the good velocity. It's an authentic 1911. The best grips, and then again, it's got the fantastic sight picture with the 3-dot sights. So you gotta like that. I just wish they would continue to produce it because it is a great gun. Oh, also one of the great things is, look at this. This is the finish right out of the box. What do you see here? You don't see the obnoxious white writing. There's nothing on it except for the Sig 1911. I'll give you guys a view of this side. It's better side. It's its better side with it. But as you saw, what a great finish on this. This, honest to God, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is my favorite 1911 blowback out of the box. It really is. If I had to just pick one, it would be this one right here. So without a doubt, this is a 5-star gun. Again, the frustrating part is we can't find these anywhere. I don't know, maybe you guys can bug Palco or KW Works and see if you can get them to produce these again, because I'm telling you, I would buy another one just to have it in the collection. I was lucky enough, I bought an extra magazine, so I do have 2 magazines for it. But then again, what a fantastic pistol. It really is. I love the overall performance. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Airgun Detectives. This is where we take the mystery out of the air gun. Until next time, I hope you and your families are all doing well and you're getting lots of shooting in. So be safe, take care, and God bless.